When entering a farm, if there's one item you always see, and that's a gumboot. That's exactly what we'll be talking about today with Cois Viljoen. He's CEO of Gumboots Africa. Cois, why is a gumboot such a crucial part of the agricultural sector?
Lisa, at the end of the day, your gumboots forms an essential part of your health and safety in any business, whether it's a farm or an abattoir. And you need to equip your people with the right tools to do the job. At the end of the day, if they feel that they are looked after and that you protect them against the risks, then you put them in a comfortable position. And as such, it's an essential part of the business to protect them and to put them in a position to work in proper gear and in the circumstances that is meant for the gumboots to be used in.
What is it exactly made of? And is that material, the rubber, I hope I'm correct in saying that, is it a South African product?
Well, the gumboots around the world are generally made, especially in South Africa, of PVC material. A lot of the gumboots in South Africa is produced locally, but there's also some of the suppliers of gumboots that are made in China and then imported. But our gumboots is different in the sense of that our one range consists of PVC, and then we've got two patented materials that we use to manufacture our gumboots, which is our Assiford range and our Puriford range. And our Puriford range has been developed over 130 years, and we are so comfortable with our Puriford range that we even give a 12-month guarantee on the boots. That obviously excludes malicious damage or negligence.
Now, I'm sure there's many companies in South Africa that do have gumboots for sale. So how do your gumboots compare?
Well, I must say that we are very excited to bring European standard gumboots to South Africa, because the gumboots that we've got in South Africa are really, how would you put it, almost substandard, because the lowest spec gumboots in our range compares to the best standard gumboots in South Africa. One example to look at is, for instance, your SRA, which is your non-slip rating for gumboots. And that is the highest rating that we've got in South Africa, is the SRA rating. And internationally, that is the lowest slip resistance rating. So there's really room for improvement in terms of non-slip ratings for the gumboot manufacturers. And at the end of the day, the better your rating is, the lower your risk is. And slip and fall accidents in many factories and outlets and businesses in South Africa is a real risk. And, so it's an important aspect to take into consideration.
I'd like to get back to the importance as far as biosecurity is concerned with FMD in our minds at the moment, and that's almost everything we're talking about, as well as safety. Won't you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I think we are at in turmoil at the moment in South Africa. We are having the FMD, or the foot and mouth disease. We've had 5 farms up until this point that broke with ASF, or African swine fever, which causes losses of millions of rands, which is not good for the industry. And as you know, we've had the avian influenza outbreak last year, which also caused a lot of damage in the market and caused prices to rise. And it's important for us to control these aspects in the market, because as soon as you have an outbreak, you get rises in prices. I think everybody has seen what the price has done when it comes to chicken and red meat. And we sincerely hope that producers will be rewarded for the supply, and that they will make it possible for every South African to still buy meat, because meat has really become expensive, and it's due to these outbreaks.
I'd like to end off with interesting facts about gumboots, the history of gumboots. Where does it come from? And if we think of South Africa, it's not only the agricultural sector.
Yes. Yeah, the history of gumboots, I think if you look at the European countries, goes far, or well, a lot further back than in South Africa. At Dunlop, where we manufacture the gumboots, our history with gumboots goes back almost 130 years. So there's been a lot of research, technology development into the products that we manufacture. I'm not 100% sure when gumboots actually entered South Africa for the first time. But interesting fact for gumboots in South Africa is the gumboot dances that everybody are familiar with. And it originated on the mines because the management on the mines prohibited the workers to communicate with each other verbally underground. And then they developed a tapping code to communicate with each underground. And from there, the tapping communication then developed into the gumboot dancing. And today there's even gumboot dancing competitions, which is real fun. And I think it's also very unique to South Africa. But I think our heritage in South Africa, when it comes to all the different cultures and nations, is very unique. And I think we can be proud to be South African because we are really differentiating ourselves from the rest of the world when it comes to things like the gumboot dancing.
So where do we find Gumboot South Africa?
Well, you can go to our website. It's World Wide Web, or www.dunlopboots.africa. Now, the .africa domains are not that familiar, like .co.za or .com. So just make sure that if you go to the website, it's just dunlopboots.africa. A lot of people ask whether there's a .co.za that is still added after that, but no, it's just .africa.
Well, very interesting talk about gumboots. The first time in all my years that I've been doing this that I've had an interview on gumboots. Very interesting. Cois, thank you very much.
Thank you, Lisa. It's been a privilege being here with you.
Thank you. And that is Cois Viljoen from Gumboots Africa.